Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. A little bit more craziness today, unfortunately, for the family of John George, the Northern Irish man who was murdered in Spain on or around the 14th, 15th of December last year. And the family had finally got John's body back to Northern Ireland after weeks of searching for him, knowing he was dead, but not knowing where he was, being led on wild goose chases, sent to the wrong place to search for him, etc. This family have been through hell. And then finally, they did get John back, and John's funeral was supposed to take place this coming Friday on where are we? On the 24th of January. Now, unfortunately, the news has now come out that the funeral has been delayed. I'm just going to share the post that was put up on Facebook. It's very sad. You just think, they just, this is Courtney George, that's John's sister. All funeral arrangements cancelled until further notice due to circumstances beyond our control. Updated arrangements will follow in due course. Now, I don't know what those circumstances are. My heart again breaks for this family because they just want to lay him to rest. They've been through a lot. People will be on here carping about John George and this, that, and the other, and whatever activities he was involved with. But at the end of the day, this is a family wanting to put their loved one to rest. To me, that's all that matters. He was a person. He was their son, their brother, their dad. There's two young boys, don't forget, involved in this. What's wrong with people? Where's your Christian charity? A lot of these people that are saying horrible things, they're probably religious people. They probably go to church, do things, where is your charity? It's not anybody else's. Only God has the right to judge anyone, including me, including you. Only God has the right to judge. So many people coming on, the family's not innocent enough. Who decides who's innocent enough? You. Who made you the God of the world that decides? Anyway, sorry, that's just something that does wind me up completely. But, everyone's got their views. Fair enough. But, you really, is that forgiveness or, just pure sort of empathy with a family that are going through, who've lost a loved one? How can you not feel that? But anyway, there you go. Now let's see what it says on the. So it's on the mainstream media. Let's see if we can find any reason. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe it's private reason. Let's see if they're just saying more or less the same thing. So apparently his body was flown back from Spain on Thursday, where it arrived into Dublin before being driven across the border to Belfast. That's according to this article in the Belfast Live. And it goes on. I don't think they know any more reason as to why it's cancelled. So it's obviously it's a private reason, maybe a legal reason. There may have to be a post-mortem in the UK as well, of course. That's a possible reason, is it, for it? But anyway, I just wanted to tell you about it. But the thing is, you can still go onto the funeral, the O'Neill's funeral directors. Remember, we looked at a video of how you could light a candle or send a tribute or a message to the family. I mean, I think the thing is, none of us, or most of us, I know there are people that are watching that did know John, and some of his family watch as well, I know that. And so for those people, you will know, you can give your own tributes personally, obviously. But for people like us, myself and a lot of my chatters, if you want to make a quiet, just send a message to the family, a message of support, etc., you can go on the O'Neill's funeral director's site, and you can, I lit a candle 23 hours ago now. You can go on there, you can light a candle, send a message for the family or whatever. These are things you can do. Right, it doesn't matter when the funeral is, he's already there on the tribute page. So, people can send thoughts. You can light tribute candles, thought candles, there's all sorts of candles. We went through this in a video that I did yesterday. Also, if you live more locally, there is a book of condolences at the funeral home. I think they've got 2 branches. And sorry, I wasn't sharing again. They've got 2 branches at this funeral home, O'Neill's, and you can go to either of those and sign the book of condolences. If if that's what people want to do, I'm just letting people know what they can do. So yeah, this is the place, O'Neill's Funeral Directors. Now, one other thing that I just want to say, though, is they are the look at this in loving memory of sort of plaque thing they've put out. It says died on the 7th of January 2025. That is wrong. And I'm a bit of a stickler for things like that. I mean, it's important anyway. You're talking about somebody's death, aren't you? So it's important, to be accurate. It is wrong. He did not die on the 7th of January. But anyway, that's just me. Something I wish they would change that. Because maybe I'll drop them. It's nothing to do with me, but I'm just a bit of a perfectionist like that. He didn't die on the 7th of January. So I think that may have been the day he was found. And maybe they're just putting that because they don't know an exact date, though it's thought, isn't it? The 15th of December is probably the day that John George was unfortunately murdered and taken away from this earthly plane. So I just thought I'd let you know. So because we're hoping, I'm hoping to cover the funeral with you. We'll certainly be talking about the funeral as we talked, as we looked at the Jay Slater funeral and other funerals we've looked at from cases that we've been covering. If they're public, some families don't want their loved ones' funerals to be public. Others do. I think we have to understand that families deal with things in different ways, don't they? Some people are more private. I'm always struck by the Soham murders case with Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman. That Holly Wells's father was very proactive in everything he did, and he wanted to talk about. That was his way of dealing with what had happened to his daughter. He wrote a book, etc. Whereas the Chapmans were much more quiet and private. Neither way is wrong or right. Everyone has their way of dealing with things. If you have a bereavement or a trauma in your life, don't we all deal with it differently? Some people just go into themselves and just don't talk about it, keep it inside. Other people find it helps to talk about it, so we have to respect the fact we're all different and we'll all be dealing with everyone deals with trauma in their own way. And I think what it has helped the George and Hardy families, John's relatives and loved ones and friends, seems to have helped. They want his name to be remembered. They want his face on social media. They want that. They don't want him to just fade into obscurity. So, be forgotten. Of course, we need to find justice for John as well, because the perpetrators, as far as we know, have not been apprehended yet. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you that update. My thoughts are all, as always, with the family. Just as it looked like they were sort of getting their ducks into a row, getting things sorted, laying John to rest. That'll be a day that it's an important day, but it'll be, it's a horrible day as well. It'll be that sort of bittersweet mixture because, as I was saying, there'll be lots of, at the wake afterwards, they'll be talking about John, there'll be tears, there'll be laughter. as there are at any funeral of someone who's been well loved. So now to have it delayed again, waiting again. I mean, this family have been in torment ever since they realised that John had gone missing. So that is now over a month of torment they've had, and we're hoping at least to bring some sort of resolution by laying John to rest, and it's not happening on Friday. Hopefully it won't be long. I'll see you later, and until then, may your God go with you. Bye.